What is up, Dax? Before I start talking, this is the Fit Check Fo today. I look a little spiffy, a little dapper, if I may say so myself. In my opinion, though. Just want to talk, share some thoughts if that's okay. Had a good day today, really good day. I was supposed to go to a therapy appointment today at 1 o'clock, but it ended up canceling. And so I've just kind of been hanging out today doing whatever. But, yeah, I just want to share some thoughts. I just got KFC with Dad. Went well. Sorry, I was just making sure he wasn't listening. I'll try to talk quick, but something I realized is so when I was in the psych ward, I was in there for like 6 days, 7 days, maybe only 5 days, I don't know, but it was at least almost a week. But when I was in there, I wrote down 3 different meals I wanted to eat for when I got out. and I did, it was In-N-Out, and it was KFC, and then it was a hot Cheeto burrito at this Mexican place here in Vegas. And so my dad is helping me out. I got to eat at In-N-Out last week, and then today we got KFC, and so yeah, pretty cool. And so it was awesome just because, man, like while I was eating at KFC, I was like, man, I was craving this so much, when I was locked up in there, because I really wanted KFC and In-N-Out and stuff. Like that was just something that was keeping me going, is like the dream of getting to eat those foods. But yeah, I guess like just wanted to share some thoughts. Like, yeah, some stuff has happened, and I'll probably talk I'll probably talk to my therapist about this. I haven't gone to therapy yet. Today was supposed to be my first visit, but yeah, like, and it's crazy though, like how, like, man, like giving it over to the Savior, has made me so much better off, if that makes sense, because I've had some, I guess, rather traumatic, what people would call traumatic experiences happen to me. And sorry, I guess I'm trying to like talk like myself, like I want to talk, be open and just be fully myself, if that makes sense. Sorry. Yeah, I've had like some traumatic things happen to me, which is totally okay. But just like, I guess I'll just tell you, Dax, this is me talking to my future self. What happened is like just some crazy stuff has happened. Yeah, and something that was on my mind at the KFC a lot too, as I was thinking about the psych ward, is like how I almost like died, and I don't even think my younger brother realizes it fully. I think he may have thought I was exaggerating when I told him this, but it's funny because, yeah, like me and Maddox got in a fist fight, and he was so angry that he was just overcome with rage, and like he almost strangled me to death, and he told me when we were dropping him off to the airport to go back to Hawaii or go up to Salt Lake to his girlfriend, he told me like, oh yeah, I was just trying to make you pass out. And I was thinking, and as I thought about that, it's like, that's why right when I got out of the psych ward, I just went up and gave him a hug, and I let it go. I just let it go. And it's because like of, I got to turn it over to Jesus, let him take care of that, because I have been bad to my younger brother in the past, throughout our whole lives. So it's like, how could I not forgive him for that? But I don't even think he still realizes we got into that fist fight, and like he started strangling me. it had to be like 20 seconds. He had his hands wrenched down on my throat, but like, yeah, and I was like fighting for my life, you know, for a breath. And yeah, and if I know for a fact, you know, if like, and the only reason why he stopped is because I said, you know, I'm sorry, please. Like I said, like, I'm sorry. And he finally got off me, and I thought he was going to come back and keep strangling me, but luckily he didn't. And if he had had his hands on my throat for like a few more seconds, I would have died. Which like is all good, but like I guess it's just like I haven't gotten to talk to anybody about it, you know. Um, it's just been I've just had it. I've had to take it upon myself, you know, just internalize it and let it go, you know. But you know, that stuff's not that stuff, you know. I don't know. It's just like it was an unreal feeling, you know. Because there was nothing I could do, you know. And yeah, my parents couldn't get him off me, and I was like, wow, the cops aren't coming, nobody's doing anything, and I'm done, you know. And it was a surreal feeling, you know. It wasn't really like my life flashed before my eyes, but it was more like, wow, I'm done. And yeah, but yeah, and that's, I don't know. I guess the reason why I'm sharing that is just because like it's also like I haven't gotten to talk to anyone about the psych ward as well, you know, and what I went through in there, you know, but it was a good experience, you know. I tried to, it was a horrible experience, but also good, you know. But yeah, and so, yeah, like I for that entire week, I had to do everything I could to stay sane because I almost went insane in there, you know. Um, and it's funny because like, I don't know, but yeah, I guess like, I'm here on earth for a reason, and I don't know what that reason is, you know, but yeah, don't know what that reason is, and yeah, it's all good, you know, but it's just nice telling somebody about it, even if that person is just me in the future. But um, I guess that's why I have to forgive my younger brothers because he didn't know what he was doing, you know. He didn't know that he almost killed me or that he was killing me, you know, because that's something I wish I could tell him is like, hey, you know, you're not going to make somebody pass out by strangling them. If you want to make somebody pass out, knock them out. You know, punch them in the face, knock them out, knock them unconscious. Because if you punch somebody in the face hard enough, they'll go unconscious. You'll knock them unconscious, but they'll still be breathing. But if you're wrenching your hands down on somebody's throat and they're fighting for their life beneath you, you know, like they're not gonna pass out. And it's crazy because like all the oxygen in my body, even my mind, my lungs, my heart, in my entire body, it was gone. I had no oxygen left, you know. And so that's why my dad took me to the ER. They should have called 911. They should have called 911. I told them to call 911 and they didn't call. My dad drove me 45 minutes to the hospital, the UMC hospital that takes our insurance. Rather than St. Rose, that's like 5 minutes away from our house. And while we were on the way to the hospital, he kept asking, what happened? And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I am in no place to speak. Like, it's as if him and my mom thought that, oh, we were just angry at each other and we got into a tussle. No. I didn't have life in my body, you know? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm not okay. I'm not in the condition to talk to anybody, let alone you. Take me to the hospital. But it's like, and then when I got put in the hospital, they did a CAT scan, a CT scan, or I don't know if that's the same thing, but to make sure I didn't have any blood clotting. I guess it's because of my throat. They wanted to make sure I didn't have any blood clots, so I didn't die or something. But and then they kept me there, and I thought but then they didn't tell me that they were gonna hold me there, and for psychiatric reasons, and I don't know why I'm saying all this, but yeah, I guess like today was a good day. I got to go swimming and hot tubbing, and I'm getting a job. I want to go back up to St. George, but I may just stay here in Vegas. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I have a bunch of different, I have 2 jobs in St. George, 1 job in Cedar, and 2 jobs here in Vegas. So it's like 5 different job opportunities. I'm waiting on all of them. None of them have gotten back to me. So I just need a job because I have like $1,000 on my credit card. And yeah, I have a car payment too. Got bills to pay. But yeah. So yeah. I don't want to look at the camera just because it's harder for me to share my real thoughts if I'm looking at the camera. That's something I've kind of developed for a lot these days, is like a weird social anxiety thing where like I close my eyes, and it's because like I don't like eye contact anymore, and I don't know why, but I don't like eye contact, and I don't know, I just don't like it. Makes me really uncomfortable. Like I don't know where to look when I'm talking to people a lot of the time, and I think it's because right now I'm really struggling to be serious or be myself. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just trying to share my real thoughts, genuine thoughts. But, yeah, this is real life, yo. Yeah, I think I'm on my way to becoming who I've always been, or the person I've always been meant to be, if that makes sense, like I think I'm on my way to, becoming someone, because I'm not going backwards, I don't think, I'm not getting into drugs, I'm not, that's something that I really loved realizing when I was in the psych ward. Oh, I can show you this. This is kind of cool. I don't tell people. Well, this is just between me and you, Dex, but check this out. Well, we did art class twice in that psych ward, and this is something like when I was in there, I was like, no, I'm not gonna let this own me. When I leave this place, I want to leave like proud I was in here. Maybe not proud I was in here, but like not ashamed of it. And so that's why like I hung up my hospital bracelet, the bracelet I had on in there, on my wall. And these are my posters I did in there. It just says, it's like a words of affirmation poster activity we did in there. It says, everything is going to be okay. And right here on the top I wrote, I have more power and strength than I'm aware of. And then right here I just said, my life doesn't define me, I define my life. And here's like skiing, I just wrote that with mountains, and then a dirt bike. Those are things I like. Just drew a rainbow right there. And I looked at this, I tried to look at this every day in there, and it was kind of like words of affirmation. And then this is what I wrote down. I wrote, I love my immediate family so much. And I drew out my immediate family. And I wrote immediate just because, everybody on earth is my family. And even the people in the psych ward were my family, Those are my people, Those are human beings just like me. And yeah, it's really hard because I know I'm sane, I'm a sane person. I feel like I'm a human being, and I feel like if anybody that, anybody, if they were to walk up and talk to me, or at least maybe not talk to me, but if anybody, any stranger were to spend a day with me or spend a week with me, I feel like they'd be like, wow, this guy is like a human being. He's a normal guy, But because of all the stuff that's happened to me, a lot of people think I'm crazy or that I'm insane and stuff. And it's like, well, I'm not, I'm just somebody who's been through a lot of things and has a lot of stuff going on. But anyways, no more yapping, bruh. But I'm looking forward to the future. I'm gonna watch a movie after I end this video. I'm gonna watch a movie. What About Bob? And then I'm gonna watch Ghost Rider. And then I'm gonna go to bed early tonight because I'm going to the temple with my grandma tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it. But before I go to bed tonight, I'm gonna go get a donut. I love donuts. Yeah. But anyways, my name is Daxton Michael Cox, and I'm on my way to becoming somebody. And yeah. Last thing I'll share is, like, a lot of people have heard of this, but every man or woman, but every man lives 2 lives. His second begins when he realizes he has just one. And that's the hard truth. And I'm applying that to my life right now, From this day forward, I want to live my life as if I only have one life. Because I'm not going to be 23 ever again. And I was talking to my dad on the way to KFC. He told me, I think he's 55 now, but he's only going to be 55 once. And that's me. Like, I'm only going to be 23 once in my life. So why act like I'm going to be 23 again? Why? And that's why I'm wearing this shirt. It's from New England. I've saved it for my mission, and I've held it. I've been like, no, this is my favorite shirt. It's because of Boston and stuff. It's like, fuck that, bitch. I'm wearing this shit. Because it's like, bruh, it's just a dumbass shirt. I'm more than a shirt, I'm not going to let my clothes own me, I'm more than, it's just a dumbass shirt. I'm more important than my clothes or anything I own, And, but it's a hard balance, though, in life, because it's like, man, they say YOLO, you only live once. Or they say, I don't know what else. They say, like, no regrets, So it's hard because in life, in so many different ways, a way to live a happy life is to live as if you're going to die tomorrow. But you also have to live in a way as if you're not going to die tomorrow. Like, because if I knew, oh, hey, I was going to go to die tomorrow, well, I don't know what I would do. But, like, let's say we have somebody, random person, they probably do whatever they want to do. Drugs, drink, do whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, that's not a sustainable lifestyle. That's not healthy, So what I'm saying is, like, it's hard to find that balance between it's like, live like there's no tomorrow, but also live like you're going to live till you're 80 or live forever, I don't know, but it's nice talking to you, Dax. Nice sharing my thoughts. I don't have anything on my mind right now, and I feel like I'm being myself. I feel like I'm just being honest, I don't really have anything else on my mind. Screw it. One more thing. These are Daxosophies. Philosophy? Daxosophy. Expectations, whether good or bad, high or low, always have the chance of being wrong, especially unrealistic expectations. I already mentioned it. Every person lives 2 lives. Their second begins when they realize they only have one. Third one is, it wasn't until I realized that even the steps backward were a part of the dance that I truly found my rhythm. Next one is, I woke up and realized life will never be what I think it to be. That's when I began experiencing of it what I want it to be. Next one is, if God was small enough to comprehend, he wouldn't be big enough to worship. The next one is, this is one of my favorite ones. Incompetence is not something you can be actively, consciously aware of. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. That's the truth. Next one is, you are outnumbered in this landscape. Rest, love, peace, and kindness are acts of rebellion. Next one is, this one is really true. Suicide is a solution, just not a good one or the right one. I added that. Next one is, eventually all that are first will be last, and all that are greatest will experience the least. God be willing. Next one is, if you don't have anything nice or productive to say, it might be best in that moment to hold your tongue and say nothing at all. That's very true. The last one is this. I gotta stop this video, it's too long. I am not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. And that's one of my favorite out of all of this. Like, to expound on that, it's like, I am not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. Who you think that I am has nothing to do with me. It's all you. That's all your perception. That has nothing to do with me, my character, my identity, my nature, who I am. So, that's all I got. Catch you later, Dax. Bam! Knock your ass out. Just kidding.